Yes, Man 945 here. Welcome back to the video. Got a very simple video today. We're going to be ranking every cart, not every cart, every track in Mario Kart World. Um, I have had I've had the game for almost a month, and I still really enjoy it. And I thought it was about time that we make this video. Um, There aren't really any bad courses. So if a course goes in like D tier, for example, that doesn't mean it's like a bad one. It's just like not as interesting to me. Um, Mario Kart, or Mario Bros. Circuit. I think that's a flat C tier. It's like the beginner course. It's very basic. Clown City, I think is probably B tier. Um, well, it looks like they have mobile versions. I'm gonna just rank this version. I think it's B tier. I think it's pretty fun. I like a lot of the kind of jumping and around buildings that you do. Um, I believe this is Whistletop Summit. No, no, that's this one here. I think this is another variant of Crown City potentially. Okay, Whistletop Summit. That and I would put that in A tier. I think the rails and the grinding and stuff like that, and the amount of different tricks you can do on the rails is a lot of fun. DK Spaceport is the first S tier. This is one of my favorite tracks in the game. I think it's a lot of people's favorites. This course is just fucking awesome. It like looks like the original Donkey Kong game, and the spaceport. And there is actually somewhat of a spaceport theme there, and the giant metal Donkey Kong with the giant barrels just makes for like awesome articles and such. Not articles. Um, obstacles. Where I got that word from. Yeah, it's super fun course. One of my favorites to replay. Uh, Desert Hills is going to be the first D tier just because it's not particularly interesting to me. It's not like an awful course. It's just not great. Wario Stadium, I am gonna put up an A tier. This course is a lot of fun, much better in my opinion than the one in Mario Kart 8. That one is extremely boring, but this is a lot more interesting. It has like that proper big stadium vibe, and it's a lot of fun to drive through. Shy Guy Bazaar is also A tier because I think it's just got a really unique aesthetic, and often the Shy Guy courses are often really fun. Um, uh, Airship Fortress is also S tier because the entire aesthetic and just playing on this course is super awesome feeling. Um, DK Pass is kind of whatever. It doesn't really feel like a themed DK track, which loses some points for me. I really like Starview Peak. I think this is a beautiful track, and I think even though it doesn't have that many interesting things on it, I just think that the general experience is really fun. It's very pretty to drive on. Um, Sky High Sunday will go in B tier because I think it's much like Wario Stadium. I think it's a much improved version from the one in Mario Kart 8. I thought that one was a good bit more boring. Wario Shipyard is just not particularly interesting to me, and I would say probably my biggest gameplay issue with Mario Kart World overall is I don't really like how it feels to drive across the water, and there's a lot of that in um uh Wario Shipyard. So as a result, I'm just not a huge fan of it. What is this for? Is this the Dandelion Depths? Maybe. No, that's in this one. Oh, I think this is Koopa Troopa Beach. This has got nice vibes, even though it's just a circle. Um, it's kind of fun. I'll put it in B tier. Faraway Oasis. I like the theming on it. The animals are really cute in it as well. Okay. This, I believe, is Peach Stadium. I'm gonna put it in B tier because I think it's a cool theming. I just think that like I've kind of played it a bit too many times, and as a result, it kind of gets a little old. Actually, I'm gonna move it down to C tier for that reason. I'm put Peach in B tier because I think it's just the better version. I really like the theming on it. Um, Salty Speedway is it's a good track. I really like the aesthetics on this track. I think they look really nice. Dino Jungle is the highest A tier. May move up to S tier by the end of the year. We'll see. But the dinosaur theming is awesome, and I love the Jurassic Park vibes that it gives by driving through the laboratory section, and the way you can trick off the dinosaurs is really cool as well. Great Block Ruins is another S tier. It is such a I love the ruins type courses. Like Thwomp Ruins is one of my favorite courses in Mario Kart 8, and this is another favorite in this game. Because I just really like the ruins theme on tracks, and the fact that it takes place in the sky is even cooler. Um, because it's one of the only ones that does take place in the sky like that. Um, so yeah, I'm a huge fan of Great Mystery Block Ruins. I think it's a really cool theme as and stuff. Um, Cheap Cheap Falls, I'm going to put at the top of B tier because I love the kind of Japanese aesthetic. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff, but it also does have a lot of water mechanics. As I mentioned, I'm not a huge fan of that in this game. I'm gonna put Dandelion Depths in C tier. I thought it was an okay track, but nothing crazy. Boo Cinema is absolute cinema. Sorry for the terrible pun, but it is actually absolute cinema. Um, it is it is by far the coolest like Boo theme track I've ever played. Um, and the fact that you actually like go into the movie screen and you're like driving on the movie like tape and whatnot with like the screen effects all around you, it is so cool. um I freaking love this track. It is just awesome. Okay. Dry Bones Burnout. I'm gonna put that pretty high. I would say like ear maybe. I think that this is the infinitely um superior version of uh whatever the fuck the one was called from Mario Kart 8, which was probably my least favorite track in the game, Dry Bone Dunes or something. The one with the red sand, which was incredibly boring. This is like such a better like Dry Bones themed track in my opinion. Um, well, Moon Meadows. I mean, I've never been the hugest fan of Moon Meadows. I think it's just okay. Choco Mountain, I just think is a really boring track. It might be my least favorite just because I don't think it has any real identifiable theme. Um, Toad's Factory, by comparison, I think is a pretty cool track. I'll say I like the theming on it. Um, I don't know why something about Toad's Factory though just feels a bit too short. Like I kind of wish it was a bit longer. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Bowser's Castle. This is going above DK Spaceport. This is my second favorite track in the game. Similar to how it was in eight. Uh, but this Bowser's Castle is on another fucking level. Like the extremely grand entrance where you drive around the donut and then like up the volcano and then you fly up and then you're in the castle. There's all sorts of lava and like falling meteors and crazy turns and stuff, and it's like this incredible visual icon in the sky. This course is absolutely awesome. Uh, they fucking cooked with this Bowser's Castle. Acorn Heights, I think, is a pretty cool track, but to me, it just kind of gives like vibes of watered down Wild Woods, but it is still pretty cool. Uh, Mario Circuit generic. Uh, I think it's pretty cool that it like combines the three different versions. I think that's a neat detail. Um, so I think it's pretty good, but nothing else. Just nothing more than that. Um, And then we are gonna make a new tier called Greatest Course of All Time. Give it like the white. And then we are throwing the Rainbow Road straight up there. Um, Not only is this Rainbow Road the best course in this game, this is the best course in any Mario Kart game I have ever played. Um, the fact that it's 5 laps, every single one is a gorgeous, distinctly styled and laid out direction, and the way that it kind of combines elements from different Rainbow Roads is fucking awesome. Uh, and and like the music and the grandeur and once again the beautiful visuals just feel like the ultimate culmination to this beautiful journey of the game. Um, and it is just incredible. I have definitely played the Rainbow Road the most of any course in the game, and because I cannot get enough of it. It is such a fucking fun course. But yeah, that's gonna do it for my ranking of the Mario Kart World track. Let me know what you think of Mario Kart World as a game. Let me know your favorite tracks and all that stuff in the comments below, and I will see you later. Bye bye.